How do you respond as a wellness teacher to those who are seeking guidance on fighting the self? Hey y'all, don't mind me. Just got finished making that money. But seriously, I came on to talk to you guys. I need y'all help. I want to hear what you guys gotta say. What advice? Okay? So, what would you do if someone came to you, right, and say, I feel so lost. I watch so many things, I read so many things. I do not know who I am. I do not even know what is what, and I need to find my center. Now, what would you do if somebody came to you with this information? Because as much as positive, as uplifting, the spirit energy that gives you what needs to be said in that moment in time. And usually that's my favorite subject. Let's talk about consciousness. Let's talk about the higher power. Let's talk about, energy and the way energy works. Let's talk about relationships. Let's talk about, because all of these things is going to help us live everyday life. You know what I mean? So it's important to me. But when that person said this to me, it's like my mind went blank. I don't know if it's because it's a stranger. I don't even know who they are. And I was like, you don't even know how far to go. But, I'm not in the saving business. You know what I'm saying? Like once upon a time, when you didn't understand as much, you think, oh, I want to save. I just want to, help, which is fine. You know what I'm saying? But I acknowledge that I am a vessel. I acknowledge that I do want to help. Not help in a way where, it's gonna, it got to be beneficial for both of us. Like it has to be a mutual, and it has to be an inviting situation. So yes, the question, hey Vanessa, I'm just asking for advice, and I'm just asking and coming on. Like I had somebody come to me, somebody who I don't really know, but they came to me and they're like, I'm so lost. Another person a person came to me and they're like, I'm so lost. I'm trying to find myself. What do I do? And I'm telling you, like a million things came to my head and my mind just went blank. You know what I mean? But I'm just asking, like, how do you approach these situations? You know what I mean? How do you approach these situations? As a self-proclaimed, teacher, which, I'm just as much as a student. I really am. Like every day I'm learning something new. Every day I'm having to drop things that I thought was my world. Every moment I am trying to burn away the things that keep me from not expressing and being my true self, Maybe that's what I needed to say. Anyway, again, feel free to put it in the comment. I'm coming on and I'm asking, how do you deal with a situation if a family member come to you, or if a friend or a stranger come to you and just be like, yo, I'm lost. Like, dude, what's your advice? How do you find yourself? What do you do? My advice, I'll tell you what I said. My advice is, let me shoot you some videos, because a million things came to my mind and I didn't even know where to even start. You know what I'm saying? Like, that sounds like a couple sessions is in order, because there's no way that I don't feel like I can save people, but I can definitely point people in the direction to save themselves. That's just how I think. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't want to give somebody something and they got to, I can just like say, here, look at this, observe this, take what you can take from it and throw away what it doesn't serve you. And, but now, give you an example. I'm just going to ramble on now, right now. I'm going to give you an example. I listened to a gentleman called Mooji, all right? Not everybody can take Mooji, okay? Mooji is like some different level. Like me, I ain't trying to play with my spirit, bro. I want to get straight to the meat. You know what I'm saying? So Mooji is the type of person where he's like, his invitation involves you leaving your mind at the door. And when you enter, you're entering with no mind. You're being who you are, yourself. There's no outside nothing that you need. You're just here. And he asks questions like, in the I am, does the I am have pain? And when you tap in and you look into yourself and you feel the place of your existence and you feel that power within, you can answer these questions almost just naturally, because they're the truth. It's just a natural truth, you know. Can the I am be sad? No. Can the I am be happy? No. The I am just is. It's everything. If I were to put my mind and say it is just this thing or it's just this thing, then we go into conditioning, you know, we go into the mind, you know, and the mind is the place where, yes, we use it to rationalize. Yes, we use the mind to you know, routine or to strategize our life the best that we know how. But ultimately, the mind is not the place you're going to go for your true sense of well-being and feeling happy within yourself. You know what I'm saying? Not saying happy is the key, but you know, definitely feeling your pure love. That is who you are. You know, so he asked us questions like, let's tap into the I am. I'm gonna try a couple, and you guys tell me which one resonate. Because I'm gonna have to start to strategize this and put it into a way where I can. I don't know. We'll see. But you tap into the I am. I am is your existence. I am is who you are. I am is who you've always been. I am is the space inside of you that has never changed. I am is the space inside of you that it will always be, it would always be unchanging. It will always be, you would never, when they say you will never be alone, this is the reason. So basically, when Mooji goes into his invitation about the I am, that helps people to separate their mind from their spirit. Because what had happened is it's all muddied up through the mind. It's so muddied up because we have all of these beliefs and all of these things that we've taken on over our lifetime. You know, oh, that's Shanae. I didn't even know that was you. Hey, girl. Girl, I'm coming on here for advice. I'm coming on here to ask, like, how do you handle a situation when someone comes to you and say, hey, I feel like I'm lost. Like, what is all this be yourself and find yourself shit? I had someone come to me, and I want to tell you my mind went blank because we're not here to save nobody. You're like, I'm totally in a different mind space right now. I'm in a mind space like, hey, I can point you in the direction, and depending on how bad you truly, truly want it, you can really, truly find that peace because the universe is there for everybody. Anyway, back to what I was saying. When I listened to Mooji, by the way, I'm gonna have to link you back. I'm gonna link you soon. But Mooji is one teacher who I listen to. I listen to a lady called Byron Katie. Byron Katie, she does things different. She works with something called the work. She asks 4 questions. And when I tell you, you can take these 4 questions anywhere all the time. Like now when niggas be yelling at me or when stuff be happening, in my mind, I'll be like, is it true? You know what I mean? Is it really true? You know, and I really be slicing down the reality to the point where it's like, I'm not running from nothing. I ain't trying to control nothing. I just happy knowing what I know, you know, happy being who I am and knowing that I know what it takes for me to get to the next level. And I don't know if that's what I should have told the gentleman or whatever. But it's like I wanted to put him on a path where he can at least, you know, start digging. So my advice was like, y'all, what books or what teachers or what what advice would you give somebody who comes to you, whether it be a family member and everything? They're like, yo, I love your energy. I love this. And I just want to know, like, blah, 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 right. Okay. So, let me see. I was telling you about Mooji. Mooji talks about the I am. He tells you to close your eyes. Remember who you are. Mooji says the I am is your existence. So when I listen to the teachings of Mooji put me in this space, man. I'm telling you, like, when I listen to him in my ears and I put him in this space, he makes you remember who you are. And it's no steps and no directions on how to get to yourself. It really is just acknowledging who you are, but not just acknowledging it, like really recognizing and bringing it into your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want peace. So when there's a situation that can bring about more peace, the question is, what am I choosing in that situation? When the fire is hot and my palms are sweaty, and when I'm feeling like I'm about to bust somebody, like, where can I find that space? You know what I'm saying? And guess what? Sometimes you gotta let it run its course. You gotta let it, sometimes you even gotta let the anger, let everything run its course. And it's okay to do that. But in the background, I still keep a piece of myself to myself. Meaning like, all right, this is where I am. This might not be where I want to be, but this is where I am. So then now when you be honest with yourself about where you are, what you already start to break down the lies. You already start to break down all the thinking that goes towards keeping yourself in these patterns, because you're being honest with yourself. So if I can say anything, now I think I'm coming up with the answer now. Okay. If I can say anything to someone who's looking for themselves, I would say be totally, like, radically honest with yourself, no matter how it may look. That would be my answer. I would tell him, because this gentleman, he asked me, and I said, let me get back to you, let me send you some stuff, because I don't want to just tell him anything, just because my ego feel like, oh, he want to know what I know, or he want to know. Like, I really, truly want to be able to be a help if I can, or a guide, if anything. I'm trying to save people, which doesn't help them or myself. Instead, I redirect the question or energy back to them, so that, cool. Let's see, back to them. I'm reading the driver. Hold on, wait till it's light. Their question back to them, so that they are forced to think, okay, and hopefully change their perspective on said question, so that they can find that answer, because everyone's journey and definition of peace or joy is different. That's refreshing. Everyone's journey, I know that's the fact, and definition of peace or joy is different. Feel you on that. When you say I think that quarter mile, turn left on even though it may be different, I think that when we all come to a place of peace, it's like you just know. When we come into a place of peace, you just know. So I'm not sure if we have different definitions of peace. I think if we all were to look at somebody doing something violent, that's clearly violent, I think we all would get the same picture and the same definition of, like, this is a violent act. So I'm wondering if that will work the same way with peace, where you can be like, when you see a peaceful act, it's something inside that's recognized and acknowledged. And I think that's a universal, and that's the thing that we all can recognize. So I definitely love the fact that you draw the questions back to them. You know what I'm saying? Because I think I could have asked the gentleman, like, well, what are you searching for? You know what I'm saying? What is it? And kind of get more personal, versus, just kind of assuming where he at in his journey and just dumping stuff on him. So that is so valuable. Yes. I love your brain. So that's a good one. I think I'm getting clearer on this, on what and on this answer. Because girl, I saw it in his eyes, he's like, I'm watching so many documentaries and I'm watching so much stuff and it just got my mind so crazy, and it's so, I don't know if what I'm praying to, or if I'm praying, or if I'm doing this. And it was like some really simple, like kind of in my eyes, what I would call basic things, and when, and it's like, he's like, yo, like, send me anything, tell me anything, and I was like, okay. All right, let me think about this. Yes. I was like, let me think about this, because, I'm not who I was before, like I'm done with certain things, But anyhow, thanks for talking to me while I reach home. Like I said, if anybody, or if anyone is interested in some teachers, like I said, I listen to like Mooji. Mooji is for those who's just like, I feel this burn inside of me. I'm just done searching for this and searching for that. I just need something where I want to cut all of that out. I would suggest Mooji, Mooji. But if you are more wanting to break down, if you want to go more into your emotions, or if you want to go more into your thoughts and what you think, I would suggest going to a lady called Byron Katie, because she is cutthroat too. She don't play, but she got these 4 questions that'll help you get out of any situations, because the questions actually get you out of your mind and it gets you into your body, So if let me give you an example, because I did one on my mom before. I was like, my mom don't listen to me. And I took that one-liner. You could take any one-liner. I'm too fat. I'm too dumb. I never get what I want. You can take any line and you can break it down with these 4 questions. Is it true? Okay, is it true? Because if any part of it is true, then you have to throw the lie away. Because you can't have partly true and then you believe in it like it's a full-on 100% truth. So I did one on my mom, and I used a one-liner called, she doesn't listen to me. So I had to ask, is it true? Can you think of any moment in your life where she did listen to you? And I was so mad. I wanted to hold on to it like, no, she don't listen to it. No. And that's cool. It ain't about you dictating the answers. It's about working with what answer comes up. So the next question was, is it really true? Do you really know if it's true that your mom don't listen to you? So then now I had to go deep inside, think of a place and a time where she did listen. I'm like, all right, she do listen. She do listen, maybe a little bit. And then I had to go to that place, and then the third question was, who was I before this thought of she don't listen to me? Who would I be without this thought? Who would I be? I would just be like saying whatever I gotta say. I don't care if this being received, do what I gotta do. So really and truly, I would just be free without this thought, And how do you feel when you have this thought? When I have this thought, I really do feel abandoned. I feel undervalued. You know what I'm saying? So those are emotions that I'm feeling within myself because I choose to hold that thought on a high level, but it's not my truth. So because I get to hold that thought, it's like you want to drink poison and expect the other person to get hurt. But the truth is, the moment you bringing up those thoughts and you feeling the ailments in your back, or you feel it in your heart, or you feel it in your stomach, that means that you are experiencing that same feeling that you're placing upon them. So you're doing it to yourself. And the question is, do I need that? Do I really want that in my life? Do I really want to feel that? You know what I'm saying? And the truth is, no. I don't want to feel undervalued. I don't want to feel not appreciated. I don't want to be thinking twice about what I say and how I say it and da. I don't want to premeditate these things. So then Byron Katie says, I'm not telling you to drop it, but can you think of a reason to keep this thought that is not stressful? And I had to think, like, can I keep this thought without it being stressful? And the truth is, I couldn't. I couldn't keep that thought without it being stressful, because it just stressed me the fuck out every time I thought about it. Like, you know what I mean? They don't really care what I'm saying. Oh, am I talking too much? Like, so much self-doubt I got to deal with just being in their presence. And that was just something that I didn't want to feel anymore. So we moved on. I think we talked about the last question. We moved on, and I said, all right, I want to drop this thought. Okay. So she started asking questions like, well, who would you be around your mom without this thought? I would be loving. I would be like, don't care if you don't like what I have to say. You know, like I would just be loving, and I would just be myself. You know what I'm saying? And then that's how you can break down the lies by the thoughts that we have. You can use one-liners, and you can ask those 4 questions. And what it does is it shows you who you are without the lie. It shows you who you could be without the lie. It shows you and it shows you what you're doing to yourself to get what you want, except you can't make nobody do what you want them to do. So really and truly, you're in this cycle that you can't break because you're not giving up the lie, you know, even for your own happiness. So Byron Katie, her thing is off the hook. Whenever I'm feeling like I don't got enough love in my heart, I go to Byron Katie, because she makes me really start looking like everything is what it is. It just is what it is. How do you know? And then, you know, I had to face the fact that maybe sometimes she don't want to listen. You know what I'm saying? How do I know if it's true? It's the reality. It's the reality. Sometimes she don't want to hear about the spirituality. Sometimes she don't want to hear about this, and she just want to hear about her Jesus. That's it. She don't want to hear about nothing else, just Jesus. So it's like finding a respect for yourself, to giving yourself, or at first finding the respect to not put yourself in a certain situation where that doesn't make you feel good. It's like, I'm not respecting myself. I'm not valuing myself. I'm not appreciating myself, because I keep putting myself in these situations that are not causing me to feel good, or that's not helping me to grow. I ain't going to say it's not helping me to grow, because the whole situation, if you really want to get to the levels of spirituality, it's all going to help you grow. You know, but if it's putting me in a space where it's not, I feel like it's not serving me and it's not what I want, I gotta listen. You know what I'm saying? So that situation, that was my one-liner that I took. And once I did that, it kind of broke something inside of my mind, you know. Now when I go now, it's like, let me hear what she want to talk about. Let me hear, you know what I'm saying? And if I don't want to talk about it, I say, hey, I don't want to talk about that. And, you know, and so what it does is it bring you into your integrity, and it brought me into my confidence, and then allowed me to really stop being like I'm not going to say this because I don't want to push person buttons, or I don't want to say this because I don't want to hurt their feelings. Like it's taken me out of that realm. Why? Because I love myself. I love myself. I want to feel good in this body. You know what I'm saying? I want to have peace in my mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't think you're going to do no form of meditation and you hating on your brother, or you hating on your sister, or you hating on anybody. It's just not going to work. You're just not going to work. You got to clear up your heart. You got to clear up your mind, you know? And sometimes you don't even have to talk to the person to do that. You can do it all right here, you know? Because 8 times out of 10, you're not going to get the response that you want. You're not going to get the response you want. And it's okay. It's okay. The greatest thing is that you have the awareness to see yourself and see the lie and see what you rather have, and see that you have the choice, and see that you can make that choice. And then if you stick in it, you can see that it was beneficial for you, and that it really wasn't nothing. It really wasn't nothing. It was like, all yourself wanted was you to give yourself attention. All yourself wanted was to value yourself, and it used other energies to show you that. That's my piece right there. That's my piece. Okay. So like I said, I'm going to just give y'all 2 names right now. There's others out there, but those are the 2 that I'm listening to right now. and they go hard. They go hard. You know what I'm saying? Every day is different, but every day is still beautiful. You know, even those days where your heart feel like or something feel like it's all right. It's cool. It's cool. You know what I mean? Because not every day is like that. You know what I'm saying? Even when I got pain, I find out it's not always going to be like that. You know what I'm saying? So find your center. Find that space where you can rest there in between everything and know that you don't have to deal with the shit. You don't have to deal with the shit. Ooh, my kitties. I used to complain about my kitties and certain stuff. Ooh, I know how to into my space, girl. I can be standing right there with the kids and everything all around, and mentally I be in this space like, in this moment, I ain't doing nothing I don't want to do. You know, I don't want to answer no question I don't want to answer. Oh, what we gonna do tomorrow? I ain't focused on tomorrow right now. I'm focused on right now. You know, it's like I just keep it all in the present. I keep it all in the present because I know that we are guided. I don't have to strategize up stuff. I don't have to overthink stuff. The body knows what to do. The body knows what to do. I'm telling you, the body is connected to the spirit, all right? And you don't have to know what's your next move. The body is connected in a way where it's feed and it knows what you want. So you didn't know you was going to be sitting here right now at this moment doing this thing. You didn't know you was going to be standing up doing what you're doing right now. You had no idea. But your body's just moving and it's making you drink water and it's making you go eat healthy and it's making you exercise. It's making you start that project that you've been putting off. It's like the body is just doing it. So now I've learned this trust. This trust. Let the body do. Let the body be. Okay? But trust. Okay? Trust the pure self. Trust the love that's in you. That's it. Less is more. I love y'all.